All right, it is time for another season of Fantasy My Anime List, Fall 2025. Before I get into that, currently top 5% of summer 2025. Last week of that is about to come to an end. Hoping to move up a little bit, but okay showing the season. I'd say good. For fall of 2025. Same rules as always. They say some things have changed, but I do not believe them. Okay, blacklisted anime are One Punch Man and Spy Family. Yeah, that checks out. That's fine, because who wouldn't be picking those? Restricted. I only get one anime between My Hero's final season, To Your Eternity season 3, and Campfire Cooking. I'm just gonna I'll lock in My Hero right now. I mean, right? I feel like it's this one. The campfire cooking in another world is fine, but it doesn't feel like it should be restricted. And between these two, I'm fine with My Hero. We'll see how many points it gets, but it should get plenty. And wow, the viewership drops off really drastically. 119K, 95K, and then the third most members ready to watch a show is only at 57K. And then after these two, it drops back into the 30s. Um that's wild. I don't know if I've ever seen a season that had that big of a gap. It seems like everyone's just watching two shows. I don't know what this is, but I guess it should be in my lineup. It's the only other show people are watching. My friend's little sister has it in for me. With every fiber of my being, I do not want this on my team. But statistically, it's going to be on my team. But I hope it flops. I hope no people watch this. And anyone that does watch it is arrested. May I ask for one final thing? It's another villainess, aristocrats, nobles. I could see it. I mean, I'm not going to watch it myself, but that should be fine. Ranma Half getting another season. Huh. Yeah, I mean, the season 1 of the remake did pretty well, actually. I'll come back to it, because I feel like that's a show I usually want to take, but I feel like they never do that great. Interesting to see that part 1 did really well. And then Let This Grieving Soul Retire, Core 2. I don't think I've ever heard of this. I don't know what this is. I don't really care. I don't mind either of these. I'm out on this one. Yeah, we need 8 shows total, and I think there's only 2 that are like a definite lock. A bit of a viewer drop off here. For now, I'll add these 2 and see where it takes me. Gintama. I kind of want to just take it, just to have Gintama on my team. I do that a lot where there's something I want, so I go for it. But also every season and anything Gintama ever gets insane ratings on my anime list. I remember when like the top 15 entries on my anime list, I think 6 or 7 of them were different iterations of Gintama. So I think that's cool being on the team. And yeah, we're filling up the team pretty quick. Only 3 more spots left, and I'm very happy and content with the ones that we've picked already. So let's figure out what our other 3 shows will be. I'm looking at this point for things with different start dates, because that's something else I've noticed as I've gotten better at Fantasy My Anime List, is using the ace and all of these power-ups is really important to just not being a bad team. You can't be anywhere near the top if you don't get points for the aces. So staggering start dates really helps you get some points early on with shows that start earlier, and then you can make the swaps later. And then things that go on later, you can use your ace later in the season, I think is a solid strategy. This is a good example right here. I mean, Disney Twisted Wonderland starts like 3 or 4 weeks after most of these other shows. That feels like a really easy one to stagger. You can keep it on the bench until late in the season and then swap it in towards the end when you've already used your ace on the other shows. And then this will just be getting new viewership drummed up. It might be getting some points, and then at that point, it'll be everything else probably will be ineligible for an ace. So you're guaranteed to hit the ace on this one as the best performing show that was ace eligible. So I'll add that to the bench for late season flexibility. I think that's I mean, the show might do fine on its own, but that is reason enough for me to add it. I think I just had to scroll a little bit too far to get to something else with a late start date. So that'll be the one pivot that I'll keep in my back pocket for late season. But let's see, that's, I think Sunday the 5th is when this starts. So like Gintama won't be in my lineup week 1 either. So let's take a look at this early start date right here. In This Monster Wants to Eat Me. Let's check out the trailer. The plot's different. I'm not gonna lie, that looked pretty good. I feel like, is this the summer Hikaru died for the girls? Maybe. Am I gonna watch it? Hell yeah. And yeah, I can add that one. I'll add that one to an active slot because of its start date. Get some points, and then I'll swap out whatever my worst performer is after week 1 to throw Gintama in there in week 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 with Disney. So we're looking for just one more. And yeah, I think dropping below this Disney to the 14K is probably a mistake, even though there's an Uma and there's a Kingdom and some, Kamen Rider shows. It's gonna have their following, but I'm not gonna dig too far this season. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the heroes. Okay, the manga's pretty stinky. Not impressed. Let's see, Tales of Wedding Rings Season 2. Season 1 was terrible. And no trailer available, so, yeah, okay. I'm fine going on to the next row. Sanda. So, a student gets attacked, and they chalk it up to puberty. But then they suspect he's part of a certain family. And it's looking like maybe part of, like, Santa Claus is his relative. It's goofy, but it looks like more serious and violent. But I love this art. Like, super unique. I just love what's happening here. I didn't play that before. I set it up. So I didn't know where that was going, but okay. Yeah, you know what? For a unique art style and a very interesting concept, I like the idea of it. I'm going to add it. I think that's the one to go with. I'll take a shot on anything with a unique art style. At the end of the day, this is the 8th show on my roster, right? This is the bottom one. So this is where I'm willing to just throw a dart and hope it turns into something. But odds are the 8th show on my roster is very rarely going to be in my lineup. So that's fine. I'll take the shot on that and hope that it breaks out. I hope it has a big season out of nowhere. Quick double check on these last 3 shows just to make sure I'm making decisions I want to be making, and also to inform myself on what anime are coming out this season. My Awkward Senpai. I actually don't hate the idea of this one. That's one, I'll see how it does and maybe I'll watch it. It won't be on my team, but yeah, I don't know. Like a workplace comedy about like awkward employees. I could see that being funny. I can see me enjoying that, but I'm not convinced from just the trailer, so we'll see. This one, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Season 2. It looks okay. I wish that looked more like a Mushishi type show. Just reading this title, if it was a Mushishi type thing, then I think it'd be really cool. But and then Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. Okay, that doesn't look bad. I'm gonna stick with what I have, but I have no problems with this one. I think this could be a very good choice as well. And that's about as far as I'm willing to scroll for this season, which means my final selections, my team for fall 2025 is going to be the My Hero Academia final season. This weird little sister whatever show. May I ask for one final thing? Ranma Half, This Monster Wants to Eat Me, Disney's Twisted Wonderland, Gintama Ginpachi Sensei, and Sanda. I will be tweeting out this picture as always to share my team. Please share your teams with me as well. As always, my anime list profile link will be in the description. Add me as a friend. We can track each other's progress and compete against each other head to head in Fantasy My Anime List. It's always more fun to look at how I stack up against people on my friends list versus just the general My Anime List community. So send me a friend request, send me your teams, and good luck.